presidential affairs. Also in the room, we have key players from the ministries, departments, and agencies, and all these have an impact on what trade between Uganda and many other countries is all about.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Kamanzi. Getting back into AGOA is not very difficult. Getting out is very easy, but getting back in is not difficult either. What we need to do as Uganda is show the world that we can communicate. We just need to send our regular reports that say, one, Uganda has a solid human rights regime. We don't have to talk about the Anti-Homosexual Act. We don't have to talk about it because it is popular in the Ugandan circles. That is part of Ugandan law. But the government has done to ensure that minorities do not have their human rights trampled upon. That is significant. And the world does not know about this. If they told you that the DPP has done something and has told the police, hey, do not do certain things, that's intentional. Now, I want to give you a quick aspect. There are quarterly reviews of AGOA. If Uganda went back in the next month in April and said, we want to be back in AGOA because Uganda has something to contribute. Uganda thinks AGOA is part and parcel of something called the African Continental Free Trade Area. If we spend a significant amount of time allowing investments to come into Uganda because of AGOA, that's going to increase our capacity to supply our neighbor. This is what's really important. We can get back into AGOA if we make a strong case. Related to that, we need resources to present these things to the House of Representatives, because when we present at the quarterly review, we are presenting to the executive. We'll be presenting to the US Trade Representative. But we need to go to the House of Representatives. We need to go to the Senate Finance Committee. And most of all, we need to go to the village called the American partners. They are the ones who will make the case. And lastly, one of the ways for us to do this is to show that the United States is a very important partner by putting on the Pan-African Congress Business Forum. Whether it's end of May or part of June, the reason this is very important, again, it's one word that my father likes to use, signaling. We need to signal to the people that we are wearing American clothes. We talk with American accents. I can do that very well. And we understand what they want. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Just in the closing here, I want to say this. I want to thank Chairman Rob Ogo sincerely from the bottom of my heart. You gave me the opportunity to learn, to know Uganda better. I moved from Rwanda. I was a teenager, in my 15, 17 years old, went to Switzerland, never came back to really to understand what Africa is about, especially Uganda. I found Uganda a very rich, green, everything is here, but it's not known. In the America, we don't know much about Uganda. What you're offering so much, but it's not known. Our mission is really to bring Uganda to global markets, especially in the US. We are committed to do it, but you cannot do it alone. But this partnership, this relationship we are building with you, let's continue this conversation, communication. Don't be silent. We are there in diaspora. Diaspora is a powerful tool. If you harness diaspora, Uganda can go to the moon. Once again, thank you so much for listening to us this morning. Thank you.
So I'd like to request that we have, and this is if you agree to it, we have just 5 minutes of quick introduction so that we know who is in the room. Then we shall get into our last part of this meeting by asking questions. There must be a number of burning questions, so we want to hear from you. We want to get out of this room with clear commitments and direction of where we are going with the U.S. market.
My name is Ojokan Rolanya. I represent Omoro County. I am on the Committee of Agriculture. Thank you.
Good morning. Victoria Ashabahebwa is my name. A member of Uganda Tea Association and a director at Swazi Highland Tea Company Limited. Thank you.
Good morning. Robert Echiku from Uganda Tea Development Agency Limited, a member of Uganda Tea Association.
Good morning. My name is Urkura Nicholas. I'm a member of Uganda Tea Association, a human resource manager, Uganda, and that is the Tora Limited Tea Company.
Morning. My name is Wile Sanon Nadeva, Member of Parliament for Bulamonj County, Kaliro District, and I'm a member of the Budget Committee.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Catherine Lamwaka, Member of Parliament representing Omoro District in the Parliament of Uganda, and for Chairperson, Committee of Trade, Tourism and Industry. Thank you.
Morning. I'm Biakatonda Abdu. I represent workers of Uganda in Parliament, and I hail from the Trade Committee. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Rebecca Nalumu Wamono. I'm a Director of Business Development and Investor Support at Uganda Free Zones Authority. It's a government agency that regulates and promotes the establishment of export processing zones, free ports, and special economic zones. Thank you.
Good morning. Rachel Magola is my name. I'm a member of Parliament for Bugweri District, a member of the Agriculture Committee, and also the Chairperson, Parliamentary Forum for the Creative Industries. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Phoebe Kenkazi. I'm part of the Customer Service Relations team at PACEID.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Mwekwase Sam. I'm a staff of Parliament.
Good morning. My name is Jane Nampa, and I work with Uganda Airlines.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Robert Zirivasanga. I'm the research officer attached to the Committee of Agriculture at Parliament.
Good morning. My name is Dick Nyeko. I'm CEO of Uganda Fish Processors and Exporters Association.
Ambassador Kamahu. Good morning, Ambassador Kamahunje. I'm the Director for Regional and International Economic Affairs.
Good morning. My name is Bradford Ochen. I'm the Deputy CEO of Uganda Tourism Board. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. My name is Fred Zake. I'm the Executive Director for HortiFresh, the apex body for fresh fruits and vegetables. And I have a comment which I'll raise later on. Thank you.
Yes, good morning. Luza Andrew Kagwa, Agoa Country Post Office, representing Madam Susan Mwezi.
Good morning. All protocol observed. My name is Claire Mugabi, Marketing Manager of the Uganda Tourism Board.
Good morning. My name is Jennifer Bamturaki, and I serve you all at Uganda Airlines.
Good morning. I'm Busingi Harriet Mugenyi Akeke. I represent the people of Hoima District, and I sit on the Committee of Tourism, Trade and Industry.
Good morning. My name is Musa Noah, Member of Parliament, Koboko North Constituency in Koboko District, and a member of the Budget Committee. Thank you.
Good morning, all. Stella Isodo, Woman Member of Parliament, Ngora District in Teso Sub-Region. I sit at the Committee of Agriculture, Parliament of Uganda.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Evelyn Chemtai. I represent the people of Bukwa District, that is in Sabay Sub-Region, and I sit in the Committee of Presidential Affairs. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Ambassador Santa Mary Kinyera. I'm Head of International Economic Cooperation, Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Dr. Ezra Muhumza Rwanda, the Executive Director, Uganda Manufacturers Association.
Wonderful. Good morning. My name is Alan Senyondwa. I am the Director of Policy Research and Advocacy at Uganda Manufacturers Association.
Greetings to all. I'm Kolo Kwatokelo Richard, Assistant Commissioner, Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, External Trade Department.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nyongore Enoch, Member of Parliament in Nakaseke North. I sit on a Committee on Agriculture, Parliament of Uganda.
Good morning. My name is Richard Kafausa Muhumuza, Member of Parliament, Boamba County, Bundubujo District. I sit on the Committee Tourism, Trade and Industry. I'm also the Chairperson, Parliamentary Forum on Conservation and Sustainable Tourism.
Good morning to you. My name is Chikomeko Mohammed. I'm a partner with a Ugandan law firm called KM Advocates and Associates, involved in the facilitation of U.S. corporations to invest in Uganda with a lot of ease. The firm is a member of the U.S. National Black Chamber of Commerce and it's also a member of the Uganda American Chamber of Commerce here. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pologuma Betty, Executive Secretary of Uganda Tea Association.
Kabogo, for organizing this meeting and for inviting us. I want to also thank you for the keynote address that you made, and I thank the professor and his colleague, Mr. Kamanzi, for the presentation that was made. I will not say much, but as you were ending, you posed a question about what we should do. What do we do? How do we move from here? And you listed a number of things that we should do. I want to start by assuring this sitting that my observation in Parliament is that this Parliament is very committed in ensuring that we do everything it takes to promote trade and to place Uganda at its right position, especially as far as exports is concerned. I also want to appreciate the move that you're all taking in ensuring that we put back AGOA and also place Uganda in the US market rightly. There is a lot which you're doing up there from the presentation I have had, but I think there is not so much being done in relation to what you're doing up. I think there is need for us to improve on our synergy. How do we coordinate in this if we are to achieve? I'm glad today you've called us members of the different committees, related committees, to interact with us today. I want to believe that this kind of engagement is going to continue because I think we all need to understand what is going on as far as our international markets are concerned. However, I see a missing gap. I am glad that here we have one person from the Ministry of Trade. There's an assistant commissioner. However, I expected the minister to be here fully in this sitting. Why am I pointing at that? You see, the entry point to Parliament for us to start engaging seriously, legislate seriously over some of this critical matter, our entry point is ministerial policy statements. And this comes from the ministries. Are our ministries setting the priorities accordingly? Are the priorities coming from the ministry reflecting what you're speaking up there about the international markets available, the US market? That informs our area of legislation and appropriation of funds accordingly. So I think there is a need for us to close this gap by ensuring that the advisory role that you're doing with the good information that you've given us here should be disseminated to the ministries, the line ministries, particularly agriculture, trade, tourism, and the other ministries that are important in this. So that the ministerial policy statements that are processed by ministries sent to Parliament, for Parliament to start working on, reflect some of these things critically. We're in the process of budgeting. We are now analyzing ministerial policy statements. But I'm sorry to say that some of the inputs that is coming from ministries, we are questioning a lot. We know what exists at the grassroots. You also made a point, Chairman Rabogo, about us coming from constituencies, about us heading the people in the community who are the producers. But when you look at what our people are producing, and you hear what you're talking at the international market, then you look at the linkage between the ministries, you and the people who are producing at the grassroots level, there is a mismatch. So we need to close this gap by ensuring that we improve on our coordination. How I wish that a comprehensive catalog on our market is presented to the ministries and a proper engagement with ministries is done so that their priorities reflects what is required of us and presented to Parliament for members of Parliament and committees to have a good entry point, and we do the rightful appropriation as we go back to mobilize now at the constituencies for the products that are needed in those markets. So I thought I should mention this because I feel it is something very crucial that we need to address. Secondly, also, I am glad that I want to also make this comment. Yes, we have a huge market in the US. We need to retain this. We need to get back AGOA on board. But also, it is important that we look also on our regional markets, domestic market. How do we also emphasize this? The aspect of advisory on industrialization is also key. Yes, I know they are all interlinked, but it's also very critical that what are we producing? What are we exporting in those markets? If we are also exporting a lot more of raw materials, probably also we need to engage and see how do we move from after securing the markets, move to also improve on industrialization so that we start exporting finished products. Yesterday I visited a company here in Kampala, Fine Spinners. I was very impressed with what they're doing. And it's something encouraging that maybe very many people in Uganda do not know. But I realized that is an angle that we could also tour that will improve a lot in terms of our earnings as a country. Otherwise, I want to thank you once again for this meeting. I want to believe that this kind of engagements will continue with us. But please let us put the ministries to order, engage the ministries, because we rely on what they bring so much to Parliament, and that is what we process. Without that, we may be really going to the wrong direction. There's need for harmonization. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I will be very brief because we are left with 15 minutes. First of all, I want to thank you, Chairman Rabogo, because for me as a Mulamuji, we always speak facts. I don't need to go very far for somebody to understand me. But when I read what happened to Uganda, why you were chased away from AGOA, it's because of the homosexuality law which was established. We were told 80% of the factors that led to it, it's because of that law. I'm happy that after Parliament making that, because we could not compromise our values and norms, you are here trying now to fix what else can we do for our country. I am very happy that you have gathered so many people to see that whereas we are rejected, you are now finding a solution. How do we continue operating and having market in the US? And I really want to request everybody that let us clap for that group, because you are doing a very, very tremendous work so that Uganda continues to develop. Today I was reading the new vision, and it says that Uganda enters the middle income state. I am happy for this. Chairman Rabogo, there are many problems right now. There is a problem with the tea. There is a problem with the sugar. You know, me, I'm from Busoga, and we had to force Minister Bahati to withdraw that bill because we asked, because of the issue of the council. Your explanation, I think, I was attracted with your explanation. Some people are not explaining to us. They just come and impose without giving us explanations. We are going into the budget committee. We are in the budget process. Most of the things need appropriation, but ministries are giving us less information on some activities which should be funded. And I think now you should interest yourself to be attending some of our committees, because I am realizing you have more information than the people who come and present their activities that should be funded. A very simple question I was sharing with my chairperson here of trade, that now I think the USA realized that Uganda doesn't have even a single impact on their market. But actually, as I talk today, we are receiving imports from the US. But they could not realize that. So I think it is also one factor which you should explain, that you see, there is a deal here. You're also importing this, now you have rejected everything. So there should be that bucket. Open your eyes, because I know you're a very tough man, so that they can realize that, you see, Uganda, even the US needs Uganda. I want to thank you. We shall support you as long as you are clear on whatever you're presenting to us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman Ravogo, Honorable Members of Parliament, and all stakeholders. You know, we have touched an issue which has been part of our preoccupation. One writer, Washington Nick, said success has got so many godfathers, and failure is normal and orphan. So when you do this, I think we shall all be happy. Because His Excellency the President has been on this. Right now he's talking of families entering the money economy. But the challenge has been, like you mentioned on the tea example, the farmers produce, but what comes at the end of it? I'm concerned because as a workers' member of Parliament, AGOA has basically been giving us market on agricultural products and textiles, which employ about 72% of the Ugandan workforce in the informal sector. So without this, it means I think there can be a gap. But it's important that now that you have come on board with this, I didn't know PACEID actually existed. I'm knowing it for the first time, to be honest. So I think let's engage in expert-led discussion. Because what I must mention here is that in 1997, the Asian Tigers faced a slowdown on the economy. But they came up with such think tanks, discussions, and at the end of the day, they have been able to cope up. So for them, I think now we can talk as them as donors. When we are thinking of entering the middle income status, I think for them, they are very far. Of course, what comes to mind is that when we talk of Ugandan exports, we only attract 15.93% to our GDP, whereas exports are 25.5% to our GDP, according to 2021 statistics. So how do we address this? So it means this and what other things can be very important. So Chairman Ravog, I think, come up with a proper write-up so that we can engage regularly and come up with these ideas, and then I think you will come to see the dream come true. I thank you so much.